Mark, she was my early favorite, that one.
Yeah, in fact, you said to me, Linda, that her story was so moving. So we're really
I cried.
Yeah, we're going to have fun watching her. All right, we're going to totally shift gears here right now. James Williams, our personal defense expert, is here with us again this morning. We've been covering stories the last couple of days on a stabbing at a trolley stop, stabbing up at UTC Mall, and it really got us to thinking about the fact that a lot of folks just don't have any idea how to avoid these situations or what to do when they get in them. So we asked James to come back. It's good to see you. Now, can I shake your hand without you killing me today?
We're all the good guys side here.
Okay, we're all wearing white hats today, but that's kind of a good place for this conversation to start. You don't know who the black hat guys are, who the bad guys are out there when you're out just walking the streets. So how do you protect yourself?
Well, I think the first thing, and we were referring a little bit to the stabbing at UTC, is you have to be aware that there's threats, and you have to know what are the threats. Because if you're not aware of them and you don't know what they are, you're not going to know what you're seeing when you look at it.
So time of day, while nighttime poses particular risk, time of day isn't necessarily an indicator of when you're safe. Just because it's broad daylight.
Not necessarily. It's a reduced risk, but it's not a no risk, as we saw last Sunday.
Now, probably it might be a good time to point out that there's a risk right behind us right now, and you probably are not even aware of it. Mike, would you just stick your head out for a second? Okay. Does that surprise you to know that there's a really big guy that's been back here behind us the entire time? It shouldn't come as a surprise to you if you're really on top of things. So continue then.
So the first thing is to know what the risks are so that you know what to look for. And then how you approach your car in a parking lot, where you park. You know, how can I get to my car? What do I do when I get to my car? If I see something that looks like a potential threat to me, what do I do then? Okay, and especially for females.
Now we don't want to have people be paranoid. Linda, come on in here because we're going to use you for the demonstration here because we really want to make the point that a smaller woman can defend herself against a larger man.
Right.
But just folks have got to realize that it's not paranoid to look at their surroundings and look for threats. I think some people want to, oh, come on, I'm not going to be paranoid. You know, I'm not going to treat everybody as a potential attacker or whatever. Well,
yes, you have to. Now, number one, look at it like you drive on the freeway. You don't pull over quickly in the right lane, you look first. Well, why do you look? Well, because cars are dangerous and people die in cars at a much greater rate than they get mugged in malls. So it's no different than anything that you do. If you're walking in the woods, you keep an eye out for snakes and other things. It's not being paranoid, it's just recognizing reality as it is.
Okay, now you've talked to James before a little bit. You've talked about you know, having something sharp in your hand, maybe that you can poke him with. But you had a lot of questions about that.
I did. Well, going out as early as I do in the mornings, out to the car, I'm always looking around. And you gave us these pens, and I thought, gosh, if somebody came at me right now, what would I do?
Okay. Well, the first thing early is the flashlight, which I showed you last time. It's so powerful. It's not just powerful that it blinds a person, but it gives you information. If you're walking out into a parking lot and you can't see, you know, our credo when we teach military tactics at Surefire Institute is all dark holes contain threats. So if it's dark, the only way I can clear it is eyes on. That means I have to light it up.
Okay, here's your light.
Okay,
and I'm going to step out of the way and just walk her through this.
Okay. So,
and I really recommend, after you turn me on to these things right here, I recommend everybody carry one of these with them. Anytime in the evening.
I do all the time.
Man, I'm telling you what.
All the time,
I carry
day or night,
put it in my hand,
time.
Nobody even knows I have it. Now let me step out of the way so you guys have some room to work here.
If you're walking out at the parking lot, anything you can't see needs to be lit up in the moment because you have to know if there's something there or not.
Right.
And at a distance, you can see like this truck here. Well, you can't see on the other side. Like we can't see Mike right now. But if we're walking out at an angle, you can look under the daylight or light it up. If there's a set of feet on the other side of that car and it stays there for the 20 or 30, 40 feet you're walking, there's the reason.
Then you go the other way.
At least you know you need to be careful. So one of the things we're going to look at, because we're time constrained,
I know.
if you're going to come get in your car here, but say you see Mike back there, but he's not doing anything yet, but it's an uncomfortable feeling.
So you're not sure if he's safe or not. Okay.
So if you walk forward and open your car the way you normally do, and Mike comes out, you're all of a sudden pinned between all of this. You can be stuffed in the car. There's nothing you can do. Okay, it makes it very difficult. Obviously, turning and fighting, and on Sunday this was a knife. This is not a good idea. right?
Right.
I mean, under any circumstances.
If they have a knife, there's not much you can do.
It's very difficult, okay? Not saying not to do something, but that we've put ourselves in a difficult position.
But you're putting yourself in a position where you're trapped. Okay.
Close your door, come back around. Now what you're going to do is you've noticed him open the door from this side. Now what happens is he can't do this.
So if he does seem to be a threat and he comes this
You
way,
stay on this side of the door, but you can move. You can pull out the pepper spray that you'd be carrying in your pocket along with your flashlight. We'd hose him down if he approached us. Okay.
He's shaking his head. Please don't do it.
Oh, Mike looks like this might have happened to him before on occasion. You knew what was coming.
Or maybe he continues walking away and then you just push your car door closed and you can get in your car. But that's a really simple thing. It's about relationship. It's no different than military when we're doing entries, etc. It's about relationship.
Now, I know, James, we're out of time now, and we're going to have to kind of wrap this up for now. And I know you train our special forces, you train military folks and private citizens. The website's a great place to go, systemofstrategy.com.
Yes, System of Strategy. We actually have a class on this 2-day class, February 29th, March 1st, which is Friday, Saturday up in Encinitas. And the information's on the website.
We'll put a link at our website as well and let everybody know. Again, thank you so much for coming in. That's just a great place to start right there. Awareness and not putting yourself in a dangerous situation to start with. So, all right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark.